Oneshe moke hai. Eno keke mashe no neme. Unai kikukai shamu ha 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 kino. Eno kinai shikomai ha ren shakomai. A little bit of tobacco for spirit. Welcome, one and all. I am Chanda Sparkles, and this is Tuesday Astrology Live. So glad to be back here with you tonight. Come on in. We're grounding in the energies tonight because they are intense. Pulling in a little bit of wonderful herb medicine. We have a beautiful blend here of tobacco and beautiful golden herbs of the season. Okay. Thank you to the lovely smudge stick from my beautiful moderator, Amy, out of Washington State. I love you. Thank you. This is where we channel the astrology to you. We let you know how the energies are for the week ahead, the month ahead, that I have coined Conquering October. And that's more about conquering the soul, conquering our spirit, shining through our highest consciousness, okay? There's so much release and sacrifice happening around the world. So many beautiful, heart-breaking sacrifices. Without these sacrifices, we would not be able to evolve. That's why we came here. We are higher consciousness in a flesh suit. We are higher ascended masters, gods and goddesses in flesh suits. Most of us that came here, if you're listening to this broadcast, you know that you have a purpose. You know that you may have been the one that's different in your family because you're not supposed to be like them. Even though you may long for that love, that acceptance, it's not part of the path. A lot of the time, light workers, star seeds, we are the ones who are the black sheeps of the family. This has been coming up a lot for transmutation throughout this time period. It is not something that's easy, but it is something that's doable. So I'm excited to be here tonight. We're going to channel the astrology to you. We're also going to pull cards for all of the collective elemental for the sun, moon, and rising signs, all right? We are broadcasting on multiple platforms, YouTube and Facebook, and multiple groups. Thank you to the groups who allow us to come in and share our sparkle with you. We are in a time of great change. Whether you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere, these are not easy times. They're not supposed to be. It takes a lot of trauma, chaos to flip a planet's frequency, right? And every single being on it. And we're doing it. We are powerful. We are soul. And we're all one. And we're the only one here. Isn't that cool? You're the only one that has the perception that you do, looking through your eyes. It's time for us to realize who we love, who we want on our team, and who we don't. This is coming through very clearly for us and for multiple others. This is a time of death, transformation, and rebirth. Transmuting these energies doesn't come swiftly, always. It's like whittling away little bits and pieces of the collective consciousness in order that the entire consciousness be elevated to a frequency of embodying the soul. Every single person on the planet. Now, I say every single person, every single soul. That doesn't mean there aren't soulless beings on this planet. Those are there too. We are in this state of in-between in this current time of conquering October. The only way to conquer the in-between is to accept the unknown and to release all of those attachments to the outcomes. To embody that child awe. We have to step into this. We have to jump. We don't have a choice anymore. But there is so much love and power in the jump. Your parachute that's going to make sure you land firmly rooted into Mother Gaia is your community, your closest tribe, your closest loved ones. They will be there to help you pack that parachute back up because we won't have to jump again for a little while. Okay? I just want to acknowledge people in the chat. Thank you for coming in. Remember, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're on the YouTube, please come on over and check out. If you're on the Facebook, please come over and check out the YouTube. It looks like most of us are live on the YouTube. I see Donna here. I see some other people starting to load in. There's Sunchia. Thank you, my love. Thank you for good morning in New Zealand. Susie. Hi, Susie. Grounding in the energy at the beach. Very good. Very Neptunian. That's awesome. All right. Let's get moving along here. I just want to make sure everything is good to go. It only posted to 2 destinations. cannot post comments to Facebook groups or Facebook profiles. That's strange. Okay, that's all right. I don't know. Maybe somebody, if you see me on my personal page, just say hi real quick because I'm not seeing anything from the personal page. That's interesting. Okay, and if you're coming in on a group, hi, gorgeous, 1010. That's right. Very good. Thank you so much. I see you there. Okay, very good. Awesome. All right, let's get moving along. It is a Libra new moon solar eclipse, and we're talking about Mars going direct, as well as Pluto going direct, and Mars going directly into Scorpio. Scorpio is the ancient home of Mars. All right, so we are really, looking at this entire month, this is really, there isn't a break. There's no breaks as far as like on the energy scale. And I would put that energy scale at 8, 10, 10 for this 10-10 portal and beyond into November. I don't see this even lightening up until December. Now, November will be, there'll be some breaks in between here and there. October, full on. Every week. The astrological aspects and different transits that we have, there's just one thing after another, and it's all blending in with these eclipses. This Libra new moon eclipse this weekend is no joke. Mars and Pluto are big players, and Saturn in these eclipses, both the Libra new moon solar eclipse, and at the end of the month, the weekend before Halloween, the Taurus lunar eclipse. Okay? And in between, some big moves in the sky. And I want to make this real clear because I had somebody ask, in astrology, we use the frequencies of the planets to show us a guide map of the energies. Last month I said, pretty sure the war machine's going to be kicking up. I said that quite a bit, and then here we are, unfortunately. It's the North Node in Aries, and it's going to be there another 16 months, 15 and a half. That's the warrior. Okay, and so now all of these eclipses are going to be in both Aries and Libra from here on out for this next period of that cycle. Taurus is the last lunar eclipse of the previous cycle. It's the complete bookend to that Scorpio and Taurus axis. It's the last one at the end of this month. And it's powerful for closure. There's a lot of things ending. People are dying. Death is huge this month and into next month. Pets are passing. There are people, animals, family members that are going to exit your reality. There's no way around it. And yeah, it's sad. This morning, I just bawled. And it wasn't just my energy. Because I'm a conscious channeler, I can feel, just like you, I can feel the collective sadness. And then I had multiple people reach out and say I was crying too this morning. So often I will use my own experience because that's what I have, right? Along with, clients and whatnot. But I haven't been working in a few months because I've had a lot of traumatic shit. So I'm just saying you're not alone. You're loved. You're supported. Even through it, I try to always post something on the Facebook and on YouTube. Because I feel like it's also part of my process, It's also part of me being able to give something back while I feel like so many things are being stripped away. And I know it's not happening to me. It's happening for me. Even though losing my daughter and my grandchildren has been very challenging. And that just continues. Even though making a firm final decision that I'm moving away from this island next year is a final choice. But I know and have envisioned living in more of a spiritual community, and I've also been being called somewhere for some time. So, and I know how I manifest. I shift and change through transition, through action, because I'm a Aries moon sign. And that is action, emotional action. And where do you manifest? Always through emotion. It's always through your chorus, deepest belief of knowing, your inner wisdom, your knowingness, that deepest knowing. That's where you manifest. So I know this is coming. And I know it's not going to be easy. But I also know many of us are going to be called to move. Many of us are going to be called to leave jobs. Many of us are going to be called to leave relationships. This is Libra, the planet of justice, relationships, and values, ruled by Venus. Both of these eclipses, by the way, are ruled by Venus. Venusian, beauty, love, how you magnetically attract things to your magnetism. That's Venus. Your senses. Telepathy. Okay, this is an air sign. Libra is an air sign. All about your mental state, how you communicate, what you say. Who's communicating with you from the other side? Oh yeah, that's all getting ignited right now. So just know that there is so much going on, and you're not crazy if you're feeling it. Plus, solar flares, we're receiving all this photonic light, igniting the crystalline body. And sometimes it just feels heavenly. Sometimes even the hard stuff feels heavenly. And I get this giddy excitement because I'm like, we're doing this. We're really doing this. We are doing this. We are shifting and flipping a planet. We are totally doing it. Nothing outside of us is doing this. Being mindful in your daily practice. I woke up this morning, I started to sing. And I sing many mornings, but especially if I'm working, like doing a live broadcast. I always sing in the morning to blow out my throat chakra because I'm going to use my voice as a frequency code to, put out the light. Give it to you. Put it out there, so you can receive it. And I sing songs, whatever I'm called to. I was singing like 3 or 4 different songs, and then this other one, I have, 1,000 different songs on that playlist. It's just called Light Coded Music. And this was the one that came up, and I was like, okay, send that one on. And I did to about 50 something people. And some responded, but not all of them. And that's okay. They'll see it and hear it when they're supposed to. But the things what I'm trying to get at is, I'm not trying to make it about me. What are you doing? Even through your shift that hurts, to give, to be of service. Venus just entered Virgo, of service, which we'll get into that specifically. She's joined Black Moon Lilith, so that's not easy. What are you doing to be of service to the light, to your community, through the darkness, through the shadow? We've had a lot of planets in retrograde. Pluto is direct, almost direct. Let me look. I gotta look. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. So I'm, keeping a close eye on that one. The now clock. Not quite yet. Very close, though. Very close. We have another couple of hours. Pluto is your soul. In evolutionary astrology, Pluto is the soul. And when Pluto is retrograde, it makes it extra inward, extra processing, extra dark. Pluto is Hades. It's the end of the road. It's the last planet in the cosmos, way out there in our galaxy. It's the last one. Pluto says this must transform now or die. And I don't give a fuck how it happens. But it's got to go. Pluto doesn't look back. Pluto is drawing the line in the sand behind you and walking away. This is a very Plutonian time. Especially with being at the United States of America's return degree. And this has been going on for a while. Pluto's been squaring this north and south node all year in a wide, this is going to go on for a little bit. So, buckle up, baby cups. We can do this together. I'm happy to be here to help when I can. But I will never put myself in front of a client or in front of you if I'm just so completely wiped. Oh yeah, cut the hair. Thank you. Yep. That was a big, I did it myself. And then I had Tim clean it up. But this is just, everything has changed. And I know from my personal journey, often what happens is shit will hit the fan with me, or things will go down with me a little bit prior to the big stuff happening in the world. And I use that kind of as my psychic radar, So like the war, okay. Yeah, that's pretty horrific, right? I don't watch the news, but I have TikTok and I've seen what's going on. Take everything with a grain of salt. I'm going to leave it at that. All right. Don't think that the elite powers that be do not use professional astrologers. They know the energies. Do not think that there won't be a lot of dark, occultist, demonic, evil, reptilian, draconian rituals going on starting Friday through the weekend, especially the day of the eclipse. Oh yeah. You're eclipsing the sun. Those of you that are doing your drum circles and your gatherings, I hope you know what you're doing. I'm going to leave it at that, because it's not a good time to do that. It really isn't. I've gone out and I've watched a lunar eclipse and I thought, yeah. And I used to watch them. I sure did. But the ancients, Babylonians, considered eclipses bad omens. And they would study them and record down the events throughout humanity's history and what happens in and around an eclipse, and then what happens to people. Like, they would put so many people out in front of the eclipse, and then they would put so many people off in the in the basement or whatever, and then they would study those people over the next 6 months, because that's how long an eclipse energy lasts. And especially if the eclipse is hitting one of your major planets. Don't play there. I did it, and my life was doing pretty good. And then I lost people. I lost relationships. And I don't know why on half of them, and some of them I do. But it was a big stripping away, and I'm continuously getting stripped away. We are cracking open to expose the light that's within. It's like all of those icky-bicky layers. It's like putting the mud, when you put the mud on your body, when you do like a mud, because I do magnetic clay mud on my body, and then you sit there and you let it dry and harden, and then you got to crack to get it going, to get it moving, to get it, you're going to crack open and reveal something softer, something more compassionate, more empathetic, and strong. Magnesium, by the way, will help you through these transits. Up your magnesium foods. I'm an 8 in 3 days. I have my high organic protein grass-fed, shake with all the wonderful superfoods. And that's it. That's all I've been eating. And then I have cups of green juice. That's it. You don't have to eat 3 meals a day, by the way. If you don't feel like eating, don't. It's actually quite good for you. Okay, let's go ahead and say hi to more people here in the chat. I see people there. Hello, beautiful Sandy Reyes. How are you? Let's say congratulations to Sandy because she's got a new grandbaby. Such a precious little grand-star. And Sherry Clay, yes, it's awesome. Yes, crazy transits. That's what she says. So Gia said, you cut your own hair since 2011. When I did it, it was quite dramatic. Are you surprised? And I won't go deep into it, but it was the Sunday morning that, what was it? Pluto was doing something. Oh, it was the last opposition to the Cancer moon in Pluto. Okay. So the moon in Cancer was opposite Pluto for the last time at that degree for in our lives. This is a 248-year cycle, okay, for Pluto. So we're experiencing these last things that are happening within Capricorn: government powers, CEO corporations, top-down structures, the matrix. Those that you in your personal life feel to be of power to you, transforming. And it's also about how things were always done. The old guard is falling, I have said. This is Pluto is the cleanup crew right there. Demolition crew, more like it. Coming in with a wrecking ball and wrecking ball your life. That's more or less Uranus too. And Uranus is a big player in Earth sign Taurus. Shocking the shit out of us, giving us tower moment after tower moment after tower moment. Asking you to surrender and decide and ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice and what are you not? That's a big one this month. I had the vision of the sacrificial lamb, and I had Yeshua come visit me. I sure did. And I've had the Argothians come visit me. I also had this vision of a beautiful, really big, like twice my size, huge cube. It was an iridescent cube. And we were walking underneath it. And there was a whole bunch of people there. And Todd Medina of Astrology, by the way, Astrology Fest, 8th, 9th, and 10th in Houston, Texas. Somebody in the chat, please write astrologynetwork.com so that I can throw it up on the screen. Please go get your tickets. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be the festival of the year, and it's in December, and it's not cold in December in Houston, Texas. Okay, it'll be nice. 30 acres of land, big ass pavilion, multiple wonderful ascended masters in a flesh suit there to love you, to hug you, to show you what love is. That's what Astrology is. Anyway, I got off point, but I was walking, and we had a walk, and Todd was there, and so he walked under first, and then I walked under, and these other people started walking under this. It was a huge iridescent cube with like hues of lime green and hot pinks, and these just colors swirling all in and out of each other. And then the next day, when I meditated on it, and the next day, it took me a minute, I was trying to figure out I was processing it, trying to figure out the whole thing on this. Well, then I was like, okay, so it was the Holy Trinity. Now it's a cube. And I was like, And I thought on it more. And then I thought, oh my gosh. And I was I'm actually going to counseling, by the way. Yeah. I was in my counseling session. Certified counselor. Yep. And she said, well, you need to bring the cube down over you. And I was like, well, yeah. I said, but the base of the cube is what I figured out. It's the Holy Trinity. So the base of the cube is the Holy Trinity. Divine Mother, Divine Masculine, Golden Child, Mother, Father, God. That was what was holding it up. But the cube is there as an initiation as we walked under. But we can come back to that and encase ourselves in all that is moving forward. And I feel like that has a lot to do with these transits and how this ascension process is going. The more and more I feel into this. And I know and then I'm seeing cubes everywhere. I was given a cube, pyrite. You know how pyrite is accumulation of a lot of little cubes. Well, my dad came to visit, and he's a geologist, and he brought me 12 to 15 different crystals and stones for my birthday next month. And there was this one that's a perfect cube. And then here's the other cubes. And I'm like, wow. Well, then I was at the grocery store. This pretty girl. She was playing with a cube, I guess, and she dropped it and rolled up, hit my foot. She said, I'm sorry. I said, oh, no, it's okay. I picked it up, and I was like, wow. And I gave it back to her, and I was like, she seems like a little crystal child, because the way she looked at me and talked to me was just, it was activating. It's just one of those. So there's just a lot going on. But anyway, I think I've channeled enough on the astrology. Let's go ahead. I see more of you here. Christy Rinks, thank you for coming. And Tristan. Yes, Tristan. Thank you, Betta. Thank you. Yes. Renee, my brother, thank you for coming in. So much love. Kelly Wood, I see you, sister. Thank you for coming in. Okay, I see a few more, but we need to get going. Lynn, Aboriginal Man, hi, how are you? And let's see if there's any more. I hope I didn't miss you. If I did, I'm sorry. But we need to get moving and start in on this and see what we can do. I don't know if I like my hair, but I will tell you this, it's a lot easier. And I'm just like anything that I can do to make my life easier right now, I'm going to do it. And I did it that morning. I just was like, I had this whole playlist of music going, and I had been crying and everything else that morning. And I was just like, I'm done with this. Let's do it. And I did it sitting on my couch in my living room. Didn't even look at myself in the mirror. Okay, let's be done with this. Okay, let's make sure we are good to go. We don't need that. Okay, let's start here. All right. And before we be going on this chart, let's go ahead and let me move these off. It's so we can get the full screen. There we go. Okay. And then let's also read the Sabian. No, I didn't do Sabian symbol this time. I did the Inside Degrees by Alanis Lonsdale. Every single degree in astrology means something. So these either inside degrees or the Sabian symbols will tell you what those degree placements mean. And I always like to look at those when we have a major event, like a new moon or a full moon. And this is a new moon, but it's not a regular new moon. And please do not even try to set intentions or do anything on the day of the eclipse. Like all new moons, we wait 24 hours to 48 hours until afterwards to really, because you want to wait until, because it's a dark moon. Now, if you're trying to banish someone or you're trying to banish something out of your life, you're doing shadow work, good day for it. You can do that stuff pretty powerfully. But intentions need to wait 24 to 48 hours until you see the crested moon in the sky is a good rule of thumb. All right. Here we go. Thank you, Renee. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay, so here is Astrology Network. Just so you guys can see it right there. I want to put it big so you see it. There's lots of stuff on there. You can go and find out. If you are serious about your tickets, please do holler at me or at Todd Medina of Astrology. And because there's a few different ways you can purchase, but there's a trick to one of them that you get like some money off or something like that. And I can send you the video where Todd is talking about that, and he'll explain it to you very thoroughly. Okay. Also, vendors. Really good opportunity for vendors. Like if you have goods or you have a service or whatever, get after it. You know, get you a vendor spot. Everybody's a star is the theme. We're all equal. Okay, and everybody's included. And we encourage you to get on the stage. But you don't have to. But we'd love you to. And you'll feel how calm the energies are when you get around Astrology. Okay. Okay. Yep, Daddy's a geologist. That's right. He is my adopted father, and he and my stepmom came to visit. They're the only family members that have come to visit and have actually given me validation, appreciation, and love for who I am and what I do. Even my uncle, he is a Catholic priest, but he's a very hip, cool one. 75-year-old man and his beautiful wife, my Aunt Robbie. They came and stayed for like 4 days. We went to the beach, went out to eat all over the place. I got to show them my island. They'd never been here. So it was so cool. And I got to show them the sound healing room, and I just got to show them everything. At the end of that visit, I don't know what came over me, but they were literally leaving. And because Dad had been showing me all these stones and these crystals, I don't know what happened, but it was like our last visit. They were leaving the house. They came over here almost every day. And I grabbed my wand that had pyrite on it because I had brought my wand out. It's got all kinds of stones and crystals on it. And for some reason, I picked it up and I started working on my Catholic priest uncle. The light language just flew out of me, and then I started working on him, pulling on his heart like this, and I was massaging it, and it just came out of me. And then it was all done. He goes, and it was all, and I was like, how you feel? He goes, I felt that. And I was like, yeah. And inside, the ego self, because I just completely get out of my way when I do this stuff, because I'm back, and it was really cool. that they loved and appreciated me so much that I was able to get out of my own way and do some healing work on my uncle. They loved it. They listened to the gongs and the bowls. It was so great. Sorry, I'm just going on and on. Let me get back to the astrology. But it was really a neat thing because so many times, so often, we work so hard towards something, or we have given and given and given, and yeah, we start to feel kind of like the martyr, but remember, the martyr, the victim, and the victimizer, they're all the same fucking energy, okay? So when you start getting that way, just know the universe is always, even in the darkest times, going to come in and give you something. Just stick with it, stick with what you do and what you love, and follow your heart. And if that means you have to lose people in order to be who you are and follow your heart, then those people weren't meant for you anyway. All right, we're going to read this degree, and I did not bring, oh man. Okay, I'm going to try to wing this. I forgot my magnifying glasses downstairs because my dad wanted to look at these crystals up close. It's on the table downstairs. Okay, here we go. Shit, man. I can barely see. All right, here we go. All right, so a tremendous boulder hovering over the ocean. Collective cycles are everything here. You are caught between worlds, part of many, belonging to none. Changes are imminent. The air is buzzing with future currents. No rest, no quiet, no continuity. You verge on astounding things held poised at the edge. You feel propelled by destiny to obsess upon where we all are now, where we came from, and especially where we are going. Gathering impressions towards the harvest. Staying tuned for further developments and knowing it's gonna come any moment now. I can feel it rising up. Say it. I can feel it rising up. Inukinaki shimu hai. Rientoku shimukokinai. Inomashikamae. Can feel it. I can feel it. Can you feel it? I love when it said, you're caught between worlds, part of many worlds, but belonging to none. And that's so true for these transits. That's so true. You're going to feel like, I have to be over here with these people, and I got to go over here with this, and I got to deal with this, and I don't feel like I'm really part belonging, even though those people think that I belong there. Like you're juggling a lot of different energies. I wrote on my calendar for this moon, I wrote on this calendar for this moon, it's sprinkled with swords. So get that visual. Sprinkled with swords. It's a light, airy, fairy, fun energy because it is Libra. But Libra is also a sign that can be ruthless. If they're pushed far enough. It takes them a while because they, often can't come to a decision. Is it this or is it that? Well, if you keep on waiting, Libra, the universe is going to push you. I know Libra very well because I have a stellium in Libra, and my Uranus conjoined to my Venus that rules Libra is getting activated by this eclipse directly across opposition. So I'm getting activated on both of the eclipses. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this. I just wanted to tell you, we'll look at this week ahead real quick. so you'll know your dates. Okay. Tomorrow, you're going to be feeling that Venus trine to Jupiter, okay? Decelerate. This is a waning time. It's a waning dark moon starting tomorrow. Waning, okay? Dive into your artistry. It's a good time for artistry, whatever that is for you. But then come Monday, Mars enters Scorpio, and that's strategic time. It's time to get disciplined. Be careful for relationship illusions. And then by Friday, it's a pressure cooker. Intensity, harsh reactions, reactive and aggressive energy. Hardcore. Hardcore. On Saturday, flow. Wait. Wait, 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 wait. Moon is in a yod, okay, with Uranus and Neptune, which yod is a finger of God. So there will be something that's pointed out. There will be something that says, okay, are you looking right here? And there will be allusions to it, okay? We're talking about Neptune. It's a really good time to create, though. Go within and create something. If you think about it like some art project that you've always wanted to do. Think about something that you're wanting to build. Think about something you're wanting to do, but don't just be careful if you're going to go watch this eclipse, and just be ready and welcome the change even more so, because it could cause a lot of drama. Just saying. All right, and then by Sunday, it'll be a withdrawn hangover kind of feel from the eclipse. That moon is entering into Scorpio at 7 o'clock that morning Eastern. That's 6 Central. So we have all day Sunday, all day Monday, and part of Tuesday, over half of Tuesday with the moon in Scorpio. Okay, and that moon in Scorpio is going to oppose Jupiter. And it's going to oppose Uranus as well, and be squaring over to Pluto, its own ruler. There's just, the moon is going to conjoin with Mars before it enters. I'm sorry, right after it has entered into Scorpio. That's a lot of aggression, war, passion, power hungry. It's scary. I'm just saying, these some of these transits are pretty scary. So pray, create something of light. Blast your light. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be blasting my light during the eclipse. Now, I'm not saying, I'm just talking about for the duration of the eclipse. You want to go out that night and be a rebel like Uranus and Taurus? Go for it. If you have a beautiful relationship with somebody, get sexy. It's good sexy time. Mars in Scorpio is good sexy time. Okay. Let me go ahead and hit this bell. There we go. And here we go. I got to make that smaller, don't it? The Libra solar new moon eclipse. Now, I only used this chart so I could show you a couple of things. All right. So let's go ahead and do it like this and like this. There we go. So see right there. Okay, done. Go out of there. Get out of there. Oh no, sorry, accidentally hit the wrong thing. Okay. So Saturday is always Saturn's day. Saturn rules Saturday. So even, why do I keep doing that? Stop it. So even, as you can see, the day and the hour right there at the top at the center of the screen, the day is Saturn. Okay. So when this is happening, why is this not coming on? It's Saturday. Saturn day. Saturn is a malefic. Saturn is retraction. It's about structure. It's about people coming down on you, blocking you, not allowing you to move forward. You know, something coming into your life that stops you, that restricts you. It's like a snake wrapped up, restricting. That's Saturn. And the hour that it's happening is Mercury. So your mind is going to be playing lots of tricky tricks. You know, like this could be, you could really psych yourself out during this eclipse. So be aware. And just so you understand, you'll see all of this stuff here is retro. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Chiron, all still retro. We still have 6 placements retrograde. The only one that's fast is Mars, Mercury, and the Sun. And then we even still have Venus creeping along. She's not really picking, I mean, she's going to start picking up speed soon. But when planets are slower, they vibrate differently. The vibrational frequency of the characteristics that they put out and the energies that we could receive, if it's hitting your chart, it becomes more intense. Okay, that was all I want to show you on that one. So now we're going to leave that, and I'm going to take this out, and I'm going over here. All right, this is the one I want. Okay, this Libra new moon is happening at 12:55 p.m. Central Time. Okay, you'll have to look it up for your time zone. Just go and look it up. It'll show you. And as you can tell right here, we got all these placements in Libra. Libra is an air sign, but it's a cardinal air sign because it instigates things. It gets things going, okay? It gets things moving. If you have any planets in the cardinal signs, Cancer, oh geez, no, don't do that. Hold on. Capricorn or Aries, okay? You're going to be hitting that square, okay? You have it at 21. I would say anywhere from 20, let's say 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I put it 5 on these kind of like a solar eclipse. I put it 5 degrees out either side as a conjunction. If it's just a normal little event, it's 3 degrees. But 9-degree wide orb, you know, but you're getting pretty hit direct there. If you have any planets in any of those signs at that degree, you will be activated by this on the square, which is a square aspect in the geometry to that is challenging, hard. It's like pulling a rubber band until it snaps. And oh my God, is it going to snap me or is it going to snap you? You know, it's like tug of war, you know, and whoever wins is going to pull your ass into the fire, you know, kind of thing. It's not an easy aspect. So you also have Mercury with the South Node, all 4 placements. That's a stellium in Libra, okay? And this moon is happening in the decan of Uranus, which means unexpected, shocking, lightning bolt events coming in, you know, and being in opposition to Chiron, the wounded healer, and the North Karmic node of fate. This is a South Karmic node of fate eclipse. The South node is the past. You're going to have a lot of things coming up from your past. Look back to March. What was going on in March? What happened at the spring equinox around there, give or take a week or two? Look back. If you can't remember, look at your phone and look at your pictures, see what was going on. Because that's getting reactivated. Or something's going to be coming to closure from that. Something's going to be happening around that. This moon is also in a very strong square over to Pluto in Capricorn at 27 degrees. We are ending things. Sacrifices must be made. You know, and you can even look at this like in old days, right? You had to rush into battle. We had to rush into battle. Oops. We had to rush into battle in order to please the king. Knights. Like I know a past life that I was a knight. I know it. I have a full-on knight in my living room. Like a full-on like statue of a knight. And I know it. I know I was a male knight. I've had flashes of it. I know it. I know it. I know it. And I know it's happening in a parallel timeline. I know this. And you have to do what is needing to be done. And there's a lot of blood and a lot of killing that goes on with that. And this is not a time for the weak. Because if you're weak, you're dead. And you must be strategic. Okay? Mars over here. Where's he at? There he is. He's right here with, see, he's just entered into Scorpio in the Pluto decan. Death, transformation, rebirth. This is the end of the road. We're talking about criminal, underground, oil. You know, what's going to happen to our oil prices? The dark evil doers of the world. Now they're going to get strategic. This is time for you to get strategic. So Mars is going to be in a trine aspect to Saturn in Pisces. Saturn is retrograde, will go forward in about a month from now. Exactly a month from now, I believe it's to the day. It's either 8th, 9th, or 10th of December. But Saturn in Pisces is about us embodying spirit. So the answer here is with the trine is harmonious flow energy. The answer here is if you're going to be spiritually strategic, are you embodying that mission? And how? You know, sometimes you can't always play fair in love and war. And we're dealing with Venusian eclipses. Even the eclipse at the end of this month is ruled by Venus. Love and relationships, values and monies. Your monies. That's all Venusian. And then the judicial system. And that whole bullshit about this house just getting booted. The House Speaker getting booted out. And yeah, there's just so many layers of corruption. And it's just going to continue. And it's just going to get more crazy. Because if we don't have all these things happen, half of the people that still haven't even have a clue that this is an ascension process won't figure it out. And I promise you, when Pluto finally does go in to Aquarius, literally never comes back to Capricorn, we will hear more about ETs. We will hear more about the galactics. We will hear more about higher technologies coming forth. That is going to be a definite in our future. But we got to clean up these old people. These old guards. The way it was always done, tried and true, will not do. Tried and true will not do. Tried and true will not do. It's not going. And if you're somebody, that wants things to stay the same and wants things to always be this way because it's always worked that way, you're going to have more of challenges and difficulties in the future, especially next year when Pluto enters into Aquarius. All right. Now also, Venus is over here right next to Black Moon Lilith. Okay. Black Moon Lilith, not far off from Venus, but one's in Libra, one's in Virgo. Not too long from now, Black Moon Lilith will be moving into Virgo. Okay. And when those two come together, you're talking about horrific Kali energy. People standing up for the rights, standing up and like fighting back. People are going to fight. People are going to be fighting. There is going to be all kinds of fears that come up in Virgo. Virgo's already a very, how to say this in a nice way. Virgo is already a very kind of uptight at times sign because it's ruled by Mercury. Oh shit. You wait till Black Moon Lilith enters Virgo. That's going to put a blanket over all of us that says, okay, you really got to get your fears and your anxieties in check, okay? And because it's in trine during this eclipse, and remember, an eclipse energy is like a staple energy over the next 6 weeks to 6 months, okay? It doesn't just go away just when the eclipse goes. And it doesn't always happen right on the eclipse. It could happen weeks before. It could happen weeks after, months after. But it's there and it's present, and you'll know it because you're hearing and you're educating yourself on it. And then with that trining over here and being in opposition, see, this is all in opposition right there. There will be great opportunities to heal, and alternative ways of healing will be coming forth. More and more holistic ways will come forth. They'll show up in your personal life. You'll be like, wow, I didn't know. Like, somebody was sending me something about something kind of, Anna, what was her name? Send me something about this new technology just the other day that I was looking at. And I haven't fully had a chance to dive into it, but I'm going to. Because I'm keeping my eyes peeled because I know new advances in technology is coming. That's a big part of what's happening here. All right. We also have Uranus over here in a quincunx. And if you know me, I love my quincunxes because they're awkward. Makes you feel like you don't want to be there. You don't want to do that shit. You don't feel like you fit in. I think I said the other day, because when I write those posts, I channel, like I voice that stuff, and then I go fix it all with the grammar. What was it I said? Shit. I think I compared like putting a Buddhist monk with a redneck cowboy and having them have to go into a studio for the first time, never met, and create an opera song, and their life depends on it. Kind of thing. That's how awkward adjusting, but you must overcome and make something happen. And when you're talking about Uranus in trine, it's a grand water trine. Look here, with Pluto as well. Uranus over here trine in Pluto. Something is ending through a shocking realization of something you have to do that you're not going to feel comfortable with. There are certain things you will have to make work that you're not going to feel comfortable with in order to get to the ultimate goal of higher ascended relationships. Some people will have to be sacrificed. And let's not forget about Neptune here in Pisces, still retrograde. Neptune's also in a quincunx over to this moon. Higher consciousness awareness coming through and being eclipsed. How do you eclipse? In order to benefit, you have to be put into a situation that eclipses you, and you have to make it work. Or you put up a sacrifice like the old days. Valhalla. They used to have to sacrifice. The Vikings, they had to sacrifice. And it was a great honor to be sacrificed. Some people will be sacrificed. All right. That's it on that for the charts. Wow. Okay. I'm really high and I feel like I'm about to really like come out of my skin here a little bit. So we're going to thank you for hanging out with the chart. Let's go ahead and have a look at the cards that we're playing with tonight. Tonight, oh, that's right. I was going to bring this out. I made this for us to use on the equinox. So I just wanted to let you know that I worked on you, all of you, you know, and anytime I do healing work in the morning, which is normally every morning and sometimes at night too, I've been doing it a lot. I always put the Sparkle Chat tribe here now and in future, you know, if you're here on the replay being a time traveler. And I wanted to bring this and offer it to you and say thank you for this beautiful patience with me and this year that you have given me and last year too, as this has been a journey. And I love doing this work. I want to be able to do it more often, and I hope that, but you know, I channel a collective called The 12, and they fully integrated last year around this time in November of last year. And they told me that, you know, I'm a fixed Scorpio. They told me, you're going to have to become more flexible. You're not going to be able to do this every single Tuesday night. That there would be some, and there were some times we did Wednesday, and sometimes I'd pop in on a Saturday all of a sudden. And, you know, for someone who's a fixed sign, like Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, those are the fixed signs. You're kind of stuck in your ways. And sometimes the universe has to push you a little bit and have things come in and shake you off your foundation in order for you to change and do things differently. And then when you do, often you come in and you go, oh, well, damn, I wished I had done it this way the whole time. Because a lot of time you get that wonderful realization that if you just try a new perspective, try a different way. And as we're going up into this eclipse, and just know every time that you're stepping forth and you're feeling like you have to sacrifice maybe yourself or sacrifice a relationship or a job or whatever it may be for you, that you're going to end up okay where the universe puts you where you need to be. That's how I see it anyway. So, we're going to read cards for the elements. This is for your sun, your moon, and your rising. You'll always want to know your birth chart. Go to astrograph.com. Down below in the description, I have the link. That is the most intuitive free birth chart I have found. And also, it's just good to know your top 3 at least. It's a good idea. Okay, and so we're going to do this, and the way this works is I am a channeler. Light language may or may not come through for your element. Everything is coded through a frequency, and the sound of my voice and the energy that I'm putting out through the messages that come through are meant and designed specifically for you. This is set up very intensively prior to me ever even coming and opening up this mic, okay? We are going to play with some new cards tonight. I even brought out my purple salt. I got a little purple salt mixture going on here. Ah, there we go. Because I am not playing with this eclipse energy. I've salted and cinnamoned my door. I've burned cinnamon out the rear. I've been doing all kinds of extra. Just because. Been keeping my eagle close with my scorpion. All right, we're playing with the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck and guidebook. I love alchemy. That's very Libra. And the Black Moon Astrology cards because it's a black moon. And we will play with a new deck. Well, it's kind of new. The Lightworkers deck. Okay, it's for empaths, Reiki healers, and energy healers. Very kind of cool looking deck. Somewhat new. I've played with it for a while. But I don't think I pulled it out here. That's my main thing. Okay, Beautiful Creatures Tarot because of Pluto. All right. It's hot in here. I'm burning up. Hold steady. Hold steady here. Let me do this. I do have the bee bowl out. The bee bowl is grounding. I feel a very grounding energy to it, so that's what I chose tonight. Uno momento, please, senor and senoritas. There. Get some air blowing on me. How's everybody feeling with this fall weather? Isn't it nice? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with the fall. I'm so happy with the fall. Thank you, Renee. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, please. And if you're on Facebook, please, if you would love to come over to the YouTube channel, the links are also below. And make sure that you comment and like on the replay video. Oh my God, if I could get over 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, that would be the best gift ever. I've been doing this 2 years and I've got 730 something. And I do have a really good price for Scorpio season and a really good, amazing crystal dealer. Crystal jewelry maker who's going to be our sponsor. So I'm real excited about that. All right, so we're starting with Earth. Yeah, we give away, if you're new, we give away multiple prizes. It's not just like one little thing. You get like a whole package. And I pay for the shipping and I contribute to it as well. And then we have sponsors. Also, if you are someone who reads cards or you have a service of your own, maybe you do Reiki, distance Reiki healing, maybe you're a sound healer, maybe, you're a psychic, maybe you're an intuitive, maybe you use your music to heal people, maybe you're an artist and you would like to be part of it, we would love to have you come on board for sponsors. Okay? So we are starting that up the week that Scorpio season begins. Shit, I told her to bring it. I hope I told her early enough. I'll have to text her to make sure. All right, here we go with Earth. Earth. You guys made that thing ring high. That's not normal. Flow. Where's your flow? Somebody needs to put some peroxide in their ears, they're saying, but don't use peroxide. Use sweet oil. If you've got ear things going on, remember that we get those higher tones whenever we're having these higher ascension energies coming in, when the electromagnetics of the planet are increasing, when solar flares pop off, and then we have a coronal mass ejection forecasted to brush by Earth. If it comes by Earth, and it actually, sometimes they just die out and it doesn't happen, but that's when we increase these ear pressure here, like your ears just like are ringing and you have pressure and stuff. Sweet oil will help that. You can get it at your pharmacy. It's good stuff. Try to get organic if you can. Sweet oil. They're really paying attention to the ears right now, so that's what they're telling me. All right, we're going to start with the Lightworkers Tarot for the Earth signs. We're talking to Virgo, Capricorn, and beautiful Taurus. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Whew. Getting lots of tingles on my light side. This is the light side. I get light messages through here, and this is the shadow side. I get shadow messages through here, and they're coming in from here. So if you have a yes or no question, the answer is yes right now. Okay. Hold on. That's it. Okay. They want all of these. So here we go. Then I'm going to zoom this in so you guys can see it a little bit closer. There you are, Virgo or Taurus. There is the Hermit. Oh, wrong one. There we go. So the Hermit is going within, seeking and searching. Often is someone who keeps to themselves. This is a very big time of within, so I'm not surprised to see this. And it is challenged by the Ten of Coins, the lasting abundance, lasting security, everything you could possibly want in the 3D world coming to you. Followed up by the Seven of Coins. And coming in from outside of you, we have the Justice, major life event, major arcana Justice card, and the Four of Wands. And we'll just wrap it right on up here. So we have a full picture. Ooh, those tingles are coming in big time over here. Okay. You are seeking for someone outside of you. And I don't take reversals on these. You got 2 10s. How shit. You're seeking for someone outside of you to really give you. You feel like you've been wronged. You feel like you're not getting the fair treatment that you deserve. You've gone within. You've been a little bit pouty, maybe. You've been feeling like you're not getting the things that you want in life. Even though you have worked really hard this year, you still feel like you haven't really gained enough traction to get to that ultimate success, that ultimate job, that ultimate home, that ultimate relationship, that ultimate everything that you possibly want, that you can manifest in this reality. And you're sitting there thinking on this, and you're like, well, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that. Universe is saying it's time to go within. The Four of Wands is go within, okay? It says we're going to have a celebration for you, okay? But you have to go within. There are endings coming. Big endings. These are both ending cards. The Ten of Swords is what it says right there, deep anguish. It's one of the roughest. It's when you're dead on the floor and there's nothing else. It's the end of the line. It's Pluto. This is Pluto leaving Capricorn. And you have the Seven of Coins up here. This is someone who is really invested. See the golden egg? It's almost cracked. But it's going to take a little while. You have to have patience for that egg to crack. You continue to work towards your goal, but it will not work, and you're not going to get any fair treatment. This may even be something legal for you, I feel, because I'm seeing documents, I'm seeing gavel. So maybe some kind of divorce situation or some kind of tax situation or some kind of something. It could even be some kind of legality. You know, it can even be a minor legality. But there's something from outside of you that's coming in and saying, you know, we are finally going to make this just for you, earth signs. We are finally you're going to be able to find the balance that you seek. And there will be celebration to come, but you have to realize in order for that to happen, there has to be endings. And you are the one to go within and make those endings happen. And you have to continue to have your patience. Why is all this going on? Well, it's because you have this Knight of Coins, all right? You know, the Knight of Coins is the slowest knight in the deck. It says patience, it literally says it right there. Patience to succeed. Okay, if you want to succeed, you have to realize that it takes you twisting things in a different perspective. Okay, the Hermit searches for the deepest meanings of life. He doesn't just look and say, okay, this is how it's going to be. I've done this and I've done this and this, and now where's my just deserves? He says, I can make this work. I may only be a Buddhist monk, but if they want me to go in and patiently write a song with a cowboy redneck, however long it takes, we'll get it done. Because the ultimate goal here is this challenge position. And it's going to take time. Why? You know, the High Priestess, Major Life Event, Major Arcana, you have been receiving intuitive guidance, but you also have been keeping things secret. And maybe even others have been keeping things from you, I'm feeling. Look within. Look within. It's time for you to realize that these endings must happen. And they may be painful. But celebrate the endings as transformations that are needed, okay? They're needed. They really are. I feel that strongly. And quite honestly, normally I feel a lot of dark energy when I get this Ten of Swords, but I've been getting light for you guys. Light, 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 just coming in. So know that this is not a dark energy Ten of Swords. This is not the deepest of anguish, even though it may feel like it right now. This is celebration. Grateful togetherness is what it calls. You know, this could be a wedding. It could be a funeral. It could be a gathering, a spiritual gathering. It could be you coming to Astrology Fest. You know, I'm just saying, it's coming. And the justice and the wards balance whatever kind of legalities that you may or may not be going through. So much patience needed, and there's so much reward here, but these are closure. This is closure. This is endings, and there may need to be a sacrifice in order, you know, you may have to sacrifice something in order to come to that just closure. You know, this Justice card, she kind of trips me out. Well, she's got the red sash showing her passions and her power. She's powerful, okay? But she doesn't have to see. She knows. She doesn't have to have her visual eyes. She's intuitive, just like the High Priestess here looking with her third eye. So somebody maybe even outside of you may be assisting you with this that's really intuitive. But this is also a stamp on you to remember that these challenges and these difficulties that you're going to go through that are going to be very hurtful, or you may have already been going through them, it's a must-have. It has to happen this way. There's just no other way. You won't move to the next place in your soul mission if you don't have these anguishes now. Okay. Now, we are going to pull from the Alchemy deck. These are weird cards. They're always so hard to shuffle, but I always get some really cool messages. Okay, so let's just, which one is it? For the Earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Alchemy card, come on. That's it right there. Oh, they gave you 2. Okay. So you have against nature. Okay, these are very coded, so I'm going to let you kind of look at them. And iron. Okay, let's put it over here. These cards are slippery. It's going all over the place. Can you see it? Okay, good. Iron. And against nature. Solid steel. And this is Mars. You know, Mars is going to be very strong in Scorpio, very strategic, very passionate. And you had Justice down here, passion, you know. I feel like the intuition that's needing to come through, because I see more reds here, and that's always about passion. I feel like you need to, like, what is your passion for this? Find the passion that's deep within you through this process, even if it's traumatic and hard, even if it's challenging and you're like, I don't really want to do this anymore. Find the gold. Find the golden egg in the situation. I do want to, I'm not going to read both of these, but I do want to read what this against nature is, because that's quite interesting how I've not seen that one before. So let's see. Oops. And I made it easier on myself. And so this is the mysteries. This is the materials. So there's iron. LV1, LV5. Okay. Whew. There's 5 different sections for this. And it's always like I put these little bookmarks in order to find them easily. And obviously it's not, my plan didn't work as well. I thought, you know, that they were the coolest card because they have a lot of really interesting, like when I've played with these, I always do it when I'm trying to like make stuff and create alchemy, you know, when you're putting all different kinds of metals and herbs and oils and stuff to make like sprays or whatever. Come on. There it is. LV. Crap. Sorry, y'all. There it is. Nope, that's not it. I'm close. There it is. Okay. On some level, we all know when we are going against nature. We recognize it in feelings of impatience and agitation that arise when trying to force certain things and certain outcomes. The Contra Natrium card arrives to remind you that the alchemists, they cannot control the uncontrollable. Nature has its way, enveloping us in a wild narrative that we can collaborate in but not dictate. No matter our efforts to manage every aspect of our lives, the mess ensues. Spring is soggy. The lotus requires mud. People do what they do. This card Heeds a warning not to fight the flow. What did I say at the beginning of this? Of Mother Nature or of destiny. Once we loosen the grip of what we think life should look like, the whole new realm of possibility awakens. Now is the time to be radically open, Earth signs, to what nature has in store for you. Awesome. And then just one last card for clarity, the Black Moon, and that just went flying. The air element of communicating. That's right, and that's an air trine, okay? And trines are harmonious flow. How are you communicating within yourself? How are you speaking? And are you listening to your higher guidance, following the heart? Understand that when these kind of things happen, and you've got to have patience and you've got to have flow, sometimes you're not going to be able to just speak whatever you want to speak to others and expect it to be received always in the way that you would like it to be received. Sometimes when we say stuff, they have a whole nother fucking storyline going on. You know, they got a whole nother realm of their own world that's happening. And maybe it's just best not to say nothing sometimes. That's also very Libra. Libra is very diplomatic. That's a very Libra card. Thank you to the Earth signs. I love you. Flow. It is so important that you flow. All right? Thank you so much. It may get rough. It may be challenging. You may need patience. But there is a celebration coming. There is something to celebrate here. And that might even just be celebrating yourself because you are really resilient within your patience that egg is going to crack. That golden egg. What is your golden egg? You might write that down. What is your golden egg? What is your golden egg project? What is it that you're really wanting to come into manifestation? You know? And have patience, knowing that it will come. You know, do a little bit of ritual work. Do a little bit of manifestation work if you like. Doing some affirmations in the morning, always a good idea. Then forget it. Sometimes that's harder to do. I get it. But, whoo, I am really channeling now because my nose is a running. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. No allergies. When I start channeling, the nose runs every time. Thank you, Earth signs. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for being here, sweetheart. And now we're on to fire signs. Thank you, Renee. Thank you so much. Hi, Candace. What's up? Thanks for being here. Hi, Julie. Thank you. I see more of you popping in on the chat. Remember, I'm on Facebook and YouTube. If you happen to be on Facebook, please come over to the YouTube. The link is below. And join us there. There's more people in the chat if you'd like. And if not, that's okay too. It does help me if you come on over afterwards and comment and like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Thanks. All right, fire signs. Let's do fire. Fire signs. We are speaking to Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. Ooh, Aries, you got the big North Node. Bam. North Node happening in the sign of Aries. The warrior. The baby of the zodiac. The fresh, innocent, brand new, wide-eyed, can't wait to do things Aries. Ego. We're getting a new ego. Excuse me. And for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, we will play with the creatures, the beautiful creatures. That song by Marilyn Manson. I always think about that song by Marilyn Manson. For years, I did morning show radio, and the first morning show radio gig that I had was in Midland, Texas, at a rock alternative station, 95X. And Marilyn Manson, the beautiful people, the beautiful people. Remember that song? I always think of that song every time. I hope I don't get a copyright for seeing that. Everything's getting so nitpicky on here. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of stuff going on in my neck and my head, and it's coming in on this side here for the fire signs, sun, moon, and rising. Fire signs, sun, moon, and rising. I feel like you've been like, I need to take a deep breath. I need to blow this out. I feel like you've been doing lots of breathing, and if you're not, you need to be. Lots of deep breaths and blowing it out. Calming the nervous system. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire signs, passionate, creative, loving, fire signs. They are coming out in packs tonight. Interesting. All right, you got the Ace of Pentacles to kick off your read here, fire signs. That's a good start. With the Seven of Wands, following it up, the King of Wands, and the Five of Wands in your outside position. Yes, there has been an offer, a very good tangible offer here that's being given. And you've got Five of Swords. That's 2 5s. Okay. But you're standing up for yourself, or you're being challenged to stand up for yourself. And these orange fish, okay, some of you are literally going to see orange fish. Like you're going to see koi, or you're going to see some orange fish. And that's going to be some kind of a sign for you from now through this month until the next eclipse. Okay, to 2 weeks. So this golden egg offer, here we are with the golden egg again. It's just coming through. There's some kind of golden egg project or something going on here. This Seven of Wands is saying, stand up for yourself. Don't take no shit from nobody. This is your life. You can choose how you want to live your life, okay? And then there's a King of Wands. This could very well be your energy. Don't get caught up on gender with these cards. It's always just an energy. Determined, self-fulfilled, mentally keen on what is going on in your surroundings, okay? This is all about what is happening within you mentally. How are you embodying the knowledge of standing in your truth in order to receive this new beautiful gift from God? It is a tangible gift from God. This Five of Wands coming in from outside of you, and then the Five of Swords here. I feel like somebody outside of you may very well have to cut and run. Like they have to walk away. There's some kind of friction going on here with somebody else. The Five of Wands is often just like you're in competition, or somebody else feels like they're in competition. Somebody just being like kind of nitpicky. They're kind of just being like maybe a little asshole-ish, but like on the sly. I mean, it doesn't get serious until it gets to the Five of Wands, and you're like, no, bitch, I cut this off now. I'm not playing. This is done. You're trying to stand up for yourself. You're trying to stay grounded. You have gifts coming from the universe, and that people are not positive about it. For some reason, I'm just feeling like there's somebody that's very jealous, very envious. And the Five of Swords says, you get angry if you want to, or you can just walk away. You can leave this situation behind and walk away. It's hurtful. There's a lot of hurt energy swirling about with these eclipses. especially that last eclipse, the last eclipse at the end of the month, there is some serious anger. I think I wrote it on the calendar. Yeah, I did. I wrote angry energy for the 27th, 28th, and 29th. It's an angry weekend. Okay, you want them both? Yep. Okay, you're going to get an extra. Temperance. Major life event, major arcana card, the Temperance. You know, this is about knowing when to stop with this card. You know, often it is Gabriel, and he is balancing fire and water in the traditional tarot. But this here, I'm feeling like you need to know when enough is enough. You know, it may even have to do with your drinking, but I feel like you have that mastery within you, fire signs. You know when enough is enough. And you may need to walk away from something. They just may be all up in their head saying all kinds of shit, you know, like daggers. I'm feeling like shooting daggers, energy daggers even. And you're just like, I'm just trying to do me. And there's something around these fish. Something's going on with these fish. You also have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so now you've got a Queen of Swords, Temperance, and a King. Queen of Swords don't put up with no shit. That is Libra energy. It is balanced. It is fair, and it is just. But at the very end of the situation, coming out of something like this, you, my friend, may have to just lift that sword and cut it right out of there. Transformation. You got the Death card. This is over. Great transformations are coming for you here. There are great transformations coming for you, my dear. You know, this is the end of the road for this situation, whatever it is. You know, you need to be poised and grounded through grace and ease. You know, you could get really fired up during these eclipses this month with all of this aggressive energy happening, all these passions flying. You know, you must be strategic. You know, Temperance. I feel like keeping your cool will help this to transition, but you don't have to be ugly. You just cut it off. Just be done. All right, let's also pull from the Astrology Black Moon cards, the Black Moon Astrology cards for the fire signs. Whoa. Jupiter, abundance. Well, see, there you go. You know, you have the coin. There are only 4 aces in all of the 78 cards. And you got the coin, which is the most tangible one of things, literally money coming to your bank account. A gift showing up at your door, a raise at work, something happening because you're standing up for yourself. This is your challenge. You must stand up for yourself. This is my take no shit card. You got to get there, and you got to ground that stuff in through poise. Take no shit, but do it with grace. Jupiter is going to give you some abundance flow. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, okay? Jupiter is in Taurus, if that happens to mean something to you in your chart. But Jupiter is also deep belief systems and how we believe in ourselves. And are you believing in yourself even through the transformation? 9 of Cups. There's my drinking card. I was kind of feeling that, but I didn't really want to say it. You may be overindulging. Some of you. Half of you? Holy shit. Half of you are overindulging, and you need to chill that shit out. My guides are coming in strong. Chiron, do you want to get to your healing situation? Do you really want to heal these inner wounds? It's not going to heal with a band-aid of alcohol. You know, that ain't going to cut it. Deep, dark transformation. You got to walk away. This is having to walk away ugly. This is like, I can't do this no more. I'm done with this shit. And if I have to take some of your shit and go, I'm going to. People get hurt. Hurt feelings happen. All right. Sorry about that, guys, but it's just coming on out. Here we go. Now we will pull from the Alchemy Guide. Alchemy Guide. I'm going to just do this. Okay. And make this a little easier. For the fire signs, right there. Oh, you have glass and the void, ether. Wow, man. Those are some good ones right there. Glass and we all know what the void is. It is the unknown. It's the 0 point field. It's where we are achieving to live from in a body. You may have to void out some people. Let's look up glass, because that's interesting right there. Ooh, and it's 30. 3 tens. All right. Oh, wait, that's the wrong bit. I get a little high off this energy. I always get a little high off the energy. Every time. Okay. Materials. There it is. Glass. Glass transmits a sacred exchange between the alchemist and the inner work. Through the glass vessel, the alchemist sees their work and the work sees the alchemist. What was once clouded in confusion becomes focused. What was once veiled becomes obvious. How are you currently seeing the world, fire signs? What is your perspective? The glass card can be thought of as a gift of true perception. With it, you naturally focus on what is most central in your life, and all else falls into pyraphy. The next right action becomes clear. Glass is fragile by nature and requires regular cleaning, so find daily practices that align your vision to what is true. It's easy to slip into an old mode of seeing, particularly someone else's, so hold steady to your new alchemy lenses. Their power is mighty. Yeah. What kind of lens are you watching? Where is your vision when you go into the void? The unknown can be scary. Black Moon Lilith coming up is currently in Leo, heading into Virgo, is going to really crank up our fears. There's a lot of healing there to be had for you guys, but I do feel like you're going to need to walk away from some things. And it may not be pretty. And overindulgence for half of you. Watch your overindulgence. There is a golden egg out there for you, a golden seed, but you have to find it. And you can't find it if you're fighting other people. You have to stand up for yourself and walk away. 7 of Wands says so. Look for the orange fish. If you see orange fish, you better take a picture and send it to me on Messenger. Because I am very curious about that, because they showed me that one real clear. That's awesome. And that's a fire sign. Wands are fire. That's a fire sign card. So, what spectrum are you looking through? It's like looking at a kaleidoscope, right? One click, and it's a completely different, beautiful pattern, right? It changes everything just with the one click. with one step of you standing up for yourself and walking away with grace, you can change that. You just never know. Okay, this was coming out too. Oil of vitrioli. Never heard of it, but there's your golden something. Look at that. And you are standing up for yourself so that you can attain that golden egg for yourself. All right. One last little shuffle here so that they're ready for the next read. Thank you to the fire signs. Thank you so much. I love you dearly. You got this. You got this. That's right. Where is your vision? Where is your focus? Thank you. Thank you so much. Good for you, Sandy. Well, it was only half of them. And remember, there's a lot of other people that'll come back and watch the replay. I mean, I'm not kidding. I haven't had a drink in almost, it'll be 3 years in January. I haven't had a drink. Nothing. And throughout this whole trauma that I just went through these past couple months, I almost drank. I got real close. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go for the hard stuff. And I was outside of a liquor store. I almost did. And then higher guidance came in and said, you're not going to do that after you've come this far. So I just came home and ate a little gummy and went to bed, and it was okay. But I damn sure almost did. But I know that doesn't, it's just a Band-Aid. It's a Band-Aid. It's not going to fix my issues, you know? I made a firm decision that I'm moving. I don't know where I'm moving, but I've had a vision for over a year, almost 2 years now, and it started kind of creeping on as soon as Saturn came into my 4th house of home, family, and foundations. Saturn changes you over time, and it's a 2.5 year transit. And when Saturn entered my 4th house, part of my 4th house is in Capricorn, part of it's in Pisces. And when it entered my 4th house, things started shifting, things started changing, things started, as far as my family and even my ancestry, and learning more about, I was connecting more with my ancestors. I mean, doing more research into my ancestry. But your home, your actual home where you live, often changes. And I've wondered how this was going to come about, and I still don't know exactly where. I have a couple ideas, but the big one is that I know that I cannot take my son with me. I just can't. It's been real detrimental to my health and my well-being, this whole thing. And it's not doing him any service. It's such a codependency, So we'll just see. We're just going to trust and know that it's going to happen, and we'll just see what happens. I do have a dream of living near more of a spiritual community, because I know as I age, that will end up being my family. And we're going to need each other, So I don't know exactly how all this is going to play out, and I'm okay with that right now. But I am firm in my decision processes. So I don't know if that helps anybody out there, but this is coming through real strong for me to tell you that if you've made a firm choice, that's Pluto. That's Pluto. I'm standing by this. This is my firm choice. I don't know how it's going to happen, but this situation must transform now or die. And I don't give a fuck how it happens. That's how Pluto's energy is. Comes in and it just says, done. This has to change. Does it slowly over time, bit by bit by bit by bit. All right. That's right. Julie says, have faith. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Well, it's just about Scorpio season. We're very close to starting up Scorpio season. And Scorpio is going to welcome in Mars. It will help. Mars will actually assist Scorpio. Just FYI. And it will assist all the water signs because you'll be getting the harmonious flow, the trine, coming to your placements in water. Help you to be more decisive and get down to business and get to the bottom of things. Mars in Scorpio wants to get to the bottom of things. Okay, here we go. Nine of Wands. You know, you've been through a lot, haven't you, water signs? You're almost to the end of the end game. It's a 9. Wow. I was just saying to somebody how the 9, the numerology of this eclipse is a 9. Which means you still have a bit to go. And you still have some trials and tribulations to get through. The 6 of Swords says you will be moving away from something. You'll be taking your troubles with you when you go. Each one of these swords is in representation of a lot of mental strains, anxieties, fears. But moving on to calmer waters is the challenge here in this challenge position. You know, this person here has been through shit. They've been through hell and back. And it's just, it cannot continue that way. You have to move on. I love how she's carrying the swords and he's carrying her on his shoulders. It's almost like you and your inner child are going, looking back at all of the troubles and all the pains and all the difficulties that you've been through. And then there's the 10 of Wands. You know, you've been carrying this burden. It is not your burden to carry anymore. You need to drop that. Look at that. Shit, that's how I felt. Water signs, that's a lot. You've been through so much. This has been really heavily emotionally rough. The 6 of Wands is coming in for victory. Something outside of you, there's going to be something that, some kind of passionate information, some kind of something's going to come your way that's going to make you go, yes. And then they're going to look at you and go, yes. And you're going to get the accolades and all of the praise that you're so looking for, water signs. This is celebration. It's a glorious win, it says. A glorious win is coming your way, and it's coming in from outside of you. You will get news, and I'm getting this on my light side. You will get news. You will come, it'll come in from here. You'll feel it. You'll know it when it happens. Good. 5 of Wands. You know, there could be some conflict still. Even if you're getting a win, it's still going to be, it's not going to be easy. There's just going to be some kind of jealousy, some kind of conflict, some kind of headbutting. You know, it's challenging friction that is needless. It's needless shit that happens. But there you go, water signs. You got the Ace of Cups. This is exactly what you need. You need emotional fulfillment. Emotional, it's like completely fulfilled in every intuitive flow, feeling as though you're ready to go. It's time to raise a glass of coconut water and celebrate your accomplishments, even with the challenges. It's interesting that this Five of Wands came in right below your Six of Swords, because this has not been easy. It's almost like at some point in time you felt like you didn't even know if you could carry on. On the bottom, you have the Queen of Coins. Poised, balanced, grace, success. She is the CEO of her life, and she loves beauty. She wants to find the beauty within life. She's moving on to find her beauty. And then look, she holds the coin in her hand like it's nothing. Money just comes to her. Abundance and wealth. And that abundance could be through a tribe. It could be through friendships, family. She knows everything that it takes to be a well-rounded individual that is of success. Why? Because she had a choice and she took it. She knows that she has to move forward with this, okay? The Two of Wands says, okay, I've got this or I've got that, but I'm taking this and I'm moving forward. And that can wait. That can stay behind. You took a chance. You went forward. You did your best with it. In the end, you'll reap the rewards. But this doesn't take away from all of the distress and the heartache and the physical pains. I'm seeing lots of physical pain here, like physical pain, like feeling it in the body. Let's pull a Black Moon astrology card. Okay, that just popped. They're coming out real quick tonight. So you have Leo. There's Leo, and you have the 7th house, partners. Maybe there's going to be a new partner that shows up for you. There very well could be. If you're looking for someone, woo! Okay, now I'm getting tingled all over on this side. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. Nose is running. Okay, somebody's going to get a partner. You're going to get some kind of rejuvenation, and you're going to feel like maybe that there's actually someone there that can raise that cup of love, because this is a cup of love. This is stepping into your dream relationship, but you have to work at it, and you're okay with that because, hell, you're used to it. The 7th house is partners. It's all about how you deal within relationship, and it is the house of Libra, and we're in Libra season, and we're about to have a solar eclipse in Libra. Dark moon. Initiate. If you are looking for a partner, please do, I don't know, go out somewhere. Go to a coffee shop and just sit down. Go to a dog park and walk your dog. Go to a beach and have a stroll. Or if there's an event happening, around your area, just go out. This is one thing about eclipses. They eclipse people, place, and things in and out of our life. One door shuts, another window opens. It's kind of like that kind of an energy. So if you've experienced great trauma, great pains, you may very well have success with a new person. This is the person coming in from outside of you, and maybe they are a Leo, or they have a Leo sun, moon, and rising. And if they do, you better come back here and tell me in the comments, because I cannot wait to hear about it. That's so cool. Yay. And that's a number 17, which is an 8. And then there's a 4. 4 is all about balance. It's your foundation. And then your 8 is your flow. It's eternal. It's faded. These are faded times. Your life could change for the better. It's not always bad. You know, it's not always. Where's your perception? How is your perception through this whole situation? How is it, you know? How's your perception? All right. Let's see here. For the water signs, Pisces. Sagittarius is coming through for you guys. Maybe you have a Sagittarius rising. Or, you know, maybe you have a Sagittarius partner coming through. Ooh, tingles on this side now. Oh, I got sexy tingles. Like the devil card is what I just saw. Interesting. You might have some kinky sex with a Sagittarius. They are very wild. I will say that. Okay, you've got chaos. You've got chaos. That's so funny. All right, let's get this going here. I knew I would go over 2 hours. I just knew it. But that's okay. That's all right. We haven't been here in a while. All right. Changing up the music. Chaos. Let's see what chaos has to say. I don't know if it's back here. Nope. Next one. If they're going to have this many sections to these crazy cards, I think that they should have just put like regular numbers instead of making it even more hard. Just saying. They have 5 different sections for these cards, and then they put whatever. Roman numerals. Thank you. There you go. There we go. Chaos. When an alchemist sits in their laboratory amidst the presence of massa confusa, something miraculous is bound to occur. That's because this card, this state, is so powerful and all-encompassing that it typically overwhelms the student to the point of despair. Such is the nature of chaos. It is the grand trickster, the topsy-turvy confusion that turns life on its head and spins a web not even the wisest mystic can untangle. Baffling, eh? Yes. Disorienting? Yes. But the seasoned alchemist recognizes it as the most potent point in the alchemy experiment. Wait, observe, do nothing. It is destiny itself that spins the web. Clarity will emerge one strand at a time. Your only task is to breathe. Do not struggle. The 3 fates hold you in their sights as you free fall towards freedom. Freedom. Say it. Freedom. I am freedom. What it is you embody, you shall be. I love it. Congratulations, you are freedom. I love you, water signs. Thank you so much. I hope that this reading helped you. And now we are on to the air signs. I've missed you too. I've missed being here. I truly have. Thank you. That's right. Renee is reminding everybody, please join the replay and make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all of those fun things. Don't forget we do contesting. If you're just joining in, You want to make sure that your name gets on the comments of the replay video. You have to come back on the YouTube replay only and comment. That is how you get your name into the drawings. And we got a really good package coming up for Scorpio season. So definitely get in there. And plus, hit subscribe and share me with a friend, please. You're welcome. I hope it resonated. Sanjia, she's got her fish out there. Yay, Julie from Sedona. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I would like to go to Sedona. Actually, that's on part of the list. The problem is I need to be somewhere somewhat close to the ocean. And I'm not real sure yet. And I don't really know if I want to go super far away from Texas. And I like the South. I'm a Southern girl. And I've lived in Georgia. I've lived in Florida just for a short while. And I've even thought about going to maybe the panhandle of Florida, because I really like that area. Plus, I have a nephew. And you know, I love you, Joe Crow. He's Joey to me. But he is a singer-songwriter, and I have been coaching him and helping him and assisting him. And I would like to further that a little bit with him. And he's asked me some serious, he's given me some serious proposals with that. So I don't know. You know, I'm just kind of, like I said, I've learned really, like, this, if there's anything else I have learned throughout this really horrific process that I've been through this year, is that I'm okay with I don't know. Because if I don't know right now, then I'm not meant to. And I'm okay with I can't do that. And I'm not holding myself in contempt anymore for not being able to show up when I'd like to. You know, my heart would love to do these things, but it's just not possible at this time, you know? And I think we need to all kind of be okay with that. All right, so we're going into the air signs here, so I have a feeling that was for some of you air signs. When things get really wild in your head, air signs, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, I really want you to ground. You have to ground. Air signs, or even if you have strong air in your chart, if you have 3 or more placements in an air sign, you've got a lot of air, you need to ground. It will help you so much. I know that some people are just like, what? Why? You know, and I get that, you know, because you're on the move and you're on the go and you've got a million different things that you're doing all of the time. I get that. But it will shift your entire 4-body system, your frequency, just by sitting next to a tree for 15 minutes, by putting your bare feet to the grass, by really physically putting your body to the earth. Ground your energies. And if you can't do that because it's getting too cold where you're at, sit down, have a piece of wood. I have a designated wooden like bowl thing that I hold if it's too cold for me to go outside. And ground with it. Tap into the center of the planet. Relationships, you've got the 2 of Cups. This is all about soulmate union, guys. Lots of relationship issues going on here, and that one just flew out. Oh, we got 2. The Hierophant and the Empress. Major life event, major arcanas for the air signs. Bam, bam. Wow. Okay. So I feel like in your challenge position, nose is itching. You may ended up coming into some money through this relationship. Ten of Swords, something's over. Kind of felt like that was coming. We're going to go ahead and get the whole picture here. Nine of Wands, that's twice. The Nine of Wands has come out tonight in 2 different decks. And that's the King of Wands showing up again. You know, I really feel like this is in representation for Pluto, and they're wanting one more. Thank you. And the Ace of Pentacles coming out yet again also. This is for the air signs. Okay, so you have the King of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles right there at the end. High Priestess on the bottom. So you've got a total of 1, 2, 3 major life event, major arcanas. There's a relationship that you've been working on or you've been wanting, longing for. But I don't feel like that this person, because this challenge position, I feel like that this person that you've been working with is kind of like looking their nose down on you, kind of like feeling like they're above you, kind of feeling like they're better than you. But when you have the Empress card, you're the one that's birthing this, and there's a fine line between what they're doing to me versus how you're creating this, maybe possibly in your head, because you're birthing the situation with this relationship. This is a soulmate union, hands down. It is somebody, and when I say soulmate union, I mean this is somebody that you, honest to God, were meant to meet. It may not be a love relationship. It could be a best friend. It could be a sister, a mom, a daughter. It could be whatever. It's a soul union. 2 souls that are meant to come together in this lifetime. Doesn't always mean it's forever, though. Okay? And the reason I say that is because you have the Ten of Swords coming in from outside of you. So somebody has shut you out. Somebody said, I'm shutting this down. I'm done. It's right here below. Okay? Your soul union. And, you know, you really wanted this to go the test of time, I feel like. I feel like this was something that you really wanted, and you're really kind of working at it. But I also see here, like, look, you have, like, she's holding, what, a shirt or a flag or something that has what looks like a picture of Yeshua. She's really sad. She's been through a lot. But these people, when they look down on you, and I say they because I feel like there's more than one going on here. I even feel like this even could be somebody that you actually looked up to at a time. But they have their people. They have like this could be their family, their group, their people. They have their thing that they have to do. And you birthed this in order to move, in order to transform. You are teaching yourself throughout this relationship trauma, this ending, this death, how to transform yourself in the process. Had this ending not come, and I feel like my heart really hurts. Like I feel like it's been real painful. In the end here, you're going to birth something new. There'll be I feel like this is even another person coming in that could be an earth sign for you. That's like a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn energy. And it's going to come around the stars. Okay, so maybe someone that you meet at night and you're looking at the stars, or maybe you're out under the stars, or there's a dance, or there's some kind of, it's October and we're having all these different, go to the October festivals in your area at night, and somebody's going to come in, because I feel like this is a great loss to you. And I feel like literally you expected this forever. But what you're birthing isn't in alignment with them. It's death. This is done. Don't let them look down on you anymore. And honest to God, that might have also been your perception. And maybe you're not seeing it exactly the way they're seeing it. And this is a time of death. Even though it can be hurtful, call upon Yeshua to help you through this. This is an Ace of Pentacles. It's the only ace out of 78 cards that's actually tangible, that's going to manifest a new person, a new somebody. Trust in that. Do some affirmations in the morning to call in your earth sign, friend, partner, whomever it is. On the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess here. Now, the High Priestess is saying, you know, there's not everything that's being revealed to you. Yes, she's the intuitive goddess. Absolutely. She knows all the Akashic records of your soul. She knows all your past life, your future life, everything in every kind of parallel timeline, every kind of aspect of self. She knows all the secrets. But that Knight of Wands is not reliable. The Knight of Wands rushes in and rushes out. They won't last the time that you need. You need reliability. You're wanting this to go the route. Like you want it to go. You're willing to fight for it. You're willing to go the long distance for it. We get it, air signs. We get it. Okay. But the Knight of Wands is someone that just comes in and uses you and abuses you and leaves. So don't go with that. No more of that. No more fire sign energy. The High Priestess is saying, you're not seeing it all exactly as it's supposed to be. So let it go. Birth something new. Call in your earth energy. Some kind of very grounded individual that's going to show up for you. Or maybe they already have and presented themselves and you know who it is. But you've got to grow that relationship in order to feel like, you know, there's like this loss. I feel like this real heartache, like this situation really hurts you and you feel like kind of like you got a hole in your heart. Remember, self-fulfillment. First of all, how are you fulfilling yourself? The frequency that you are is what you will receive. And I get it. It's sometimes really challenging to hold a high frequency throughout all this shit. And I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass and tell you, oh, you got to create your reality from the highest frequency. Sometimes you have to be in your shit. And then take a baby step to raise your frequency. Just the smallest little thing. A smile. Just smile. Even if you're crying, just smile. Let the face feel the smile. Woo! They are really coming in for you. Excuse me. Okay, air signs. Let's pull a black moon. Black moon, thank you. Jupiter return. The benefits are on their way. Okay, so Jupiter came out earlier, but now Jupiter return. So Jupiter return is like when Jupiter comes back and he is in your sign. Okay, air signs. And everybody looks forward to that. It only happens once every 12 years. You get the benefits of Jupiter being in your sign. And when he returns, he's constantly giving abundance. He's magnifying whatever it is you're focusing on. And I'm telling you, because this landed here with this transformation and this very big ending, this ending was a benefit to you, even though you're not seeing it exactly the way you want to see it right now. But had that ending not happened, you would have received the things that are coming for you. Okay? On the bottom, the air element right there. There you are, communicating that flow. You know how to write, talk, communicate better than any of us. Use that. Practice. If you're rusty, write. Just do it. If you feel like you want to sit down and make a video, make a video. Write a letter to yourself. You could even write a letter to that person that hurt you, the one that had the relationship that had to end. Write a letter to them and say whatever is on your heart genuinely. Then burn it and let it go. And welcome in the new, because the new is on its way for you. Okay? Also, we will pull from the Alchemy from the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. Man, these cards are something else. They went from this stack. Okay. Just going to go from this stack. Here we go. For the air signs. Gemini. That's it. Libra. 2. Okay. Conjunction. You got a conjunction. And look at that card. Wow. You got the yin yang. You got all of the colors of the chakra energy centers. You have the intuitive crown coming out. And the infinity loop there. Wow. And you got Mars driven. Mars driven. Okay, this is about aggression. This is about passion. This is about owning who you are and taking a chance on you. You know, Aries, Mars, Eris and Mars, this is all about, you know, this fighting that's been going on between the two of you, the friction that's been going on, has to stop. You have to take control of what you've got. But I want to hear what they have to say. I'm going to look this one up. I want to hear what they have to say about conjunction. LXXX1. LX. Wow, it's the last card, too. Interesting for the last read. Conjunction is the great alchemical operation of love. During this stage, we witness the miraculous work of two opposites merging to create a unique third form. Holy cow. This is exactly what's been going on with me, too. Okay. Sun and moon unite to reveal the entire cosmos. Black and white unite to reveal the spectrum of color. Unlike coagulito, I don't know how to say that. Conjunction represents a conscious and benevolent union, one that springs forth from awareness, acceptance, and devotion. It is not a compromise, but rather an activation, a holding of tension and presence that allows each of the entities to thrive and express themselves. Experiencing conjunction is one of the blessings of the human experience, whether the bond is with the human, nature, or divinity. Recognize it by the stirring of your heart and an element of surprise. Through the opposites arises the infinite. Oh my goodness. Through the opposites arises the infinite. Air signs. Through the opposites arises the infinite. What you thought you wanted, what you thought you needed that ended is not it, honey. It's something completely opposite. Yin, yang, the sun and the moon. But when they come together, we get an eclipse. So, I would definitely be paying attention to your earth sign energy and call them in. Go out and get yourself a jar of dirt. Literally, go get you a jar. Just go take you an old jar, old pickle jar, whatever, and go on out there, scoop you up some dirt, and have that in representation. Put the lid on it if you want. You could put some crystals and some stones that are like look up on the internet what stone represents earth signs. Put that in a little jar. And put you like a light colored crystal, a white clear quartz or a selenite, or a rose quartz, which represents love. And put it in that jar. And put it by where you brush your teeth every day. In your bathroom. And then every day when you look down at it, I want you to do your affirmations to call in your earth sign soulmate, to call in your earth sign energy, because they are out there just waiting for you to call them. Thank you so much. It's been so much fun. I just love being here with you guys. Oh, yeah. We'll move it on down the road. All right, so everybody have a safe eclipse. If you are going to watch the eclipse, please, please, please shield up. You know your bubble mirror shield armor of God. Bubble up. Or stay in the light and blast it to humanity. And let's send healing and frequency codes to everyone in the Middle East right now. Eno mai kino shi kanehe. Onai na ki no nai na mo nai. Ona sheke me hai. Eno te kamurta ka hai. Eno kikarashiko makakina hai. Aendo kun kai rishimuka kikerumba kai onna keno hu na kema hu shikamurai. Ramba chakai shinru inurni kum shigumuna mino kino onne chikumai keno amaki. Shonai mai. Thank you for joining me. I love you. Have a beautiful week. Even though it may get stressful, be the calm in the chaos. You got this. Be the calm in the chaos. You got this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and do all the fun things, okay? I see you all there, and I appreciate all of the moderators and all of the groups. I'm so happy that you got to be here tonight. And I'll see you next time. Walk in the light and spread the sparkle. You are the God spark. Don't forget it.